Hello guys, and welcome to another Red Life Studio episode. Please subscribe and give me a like, and share my videos if you're enjoying them. Also, feel free to leave me a comment below. Now let's begin with today's stories.
DD was February 1st, 21. My husband and I got married in 2018. We had been together 16 years before getting married. I was unfaithful prior to getting married and chose to not tell him. He discovered it after we'd gotten married. It understandably devastated him. I realize how horrible my choices were, the infidelity and not disclosing this information. I tried to do whatever he needed. We sold our home and moved because he wanted a fresh start. He became abusive in all the ways one could abuse someone: verbal, physical, emotional, financial, and extremely neglectful in every way. I tolerated this for 2 years in addition to him becoming a meth addict because I felt that I deserved the abuse because of what I had done. I felt and continue to feel horrible because I know he wouldn't have behaved this way had I not been unfaithful. With his meth addiction, he began committing crimes. He ended up getting a domestic violence felony in October 21st and was arrested in 1/22nd for having several guns and drugs in his vehicle. Guns that he built himself and was not allowed to have because he was a felon. He continued to use meth after all of this and made my life a living hell. He has not lived in my home since February 23rd. He now lives with a new girlfriend and I have a new boyfriend. He refuses to divorce me though. I have retained a divorce lawyer, but since my husband refuses to sign and I don't know his location, my lawyer can't serve him with the divorce papers. My husband wants us to get back together. It is too late for that, but sometimes I try in my mind to figure out a way we could, but it's just impossible. He has 2 warrants for the crimes he's committed and is basically hiding out. He has no job, no car, no money. I've sent him money a few times. He says he won't turn himself in unless I promise to be with him when he gets out of jail. I've told him that I will be supportive while he's in jail, send him letters and photos, take his calls, visit him, and put money on his account to get things he needs. I told him when he gets out I'll help him financially to get back on his feet. I can't talk to my friends or family about this because they would be disgusted and disappointed in me for interacting with him at all after what he put me and our son through. This is not meant to minimize what I did to him. I am a law-abiding citizen and have a good career and I'm financially responsible. It was so hard to watch him spiral out of control and destroy his life. I stayed with him for 2 years after DD hoping we could reconcile, but things just became progressively worse. We slept in separate bedrooms, rarely had sex, never ate dinner together, no dates, no celebrating anything ever. He stopped working and refused to contribute to the housework in any way. I wish I could take back the infidelity. I wish I'd left him when he first became physically abusive instead of allowing it to get to the point that police had to get involved. I wish I'd been able to convince him to not use meth. It turned him into a monster. I don't think I'll ever be able to rid myself of the guilt I feel for the part one played in his and our demise. He continues to want my help and I feel responsible, so I help him when I can, but it is quite literally illegal for me to help him. I'm scared of getting into legal trouble for aiding a wanted criminal. He said the only way he'll turn himself in is if I let him stay at our house for a week so he can be with me, our son, and our dogs, but I can get into legal trouble for harboring a fugitive, which would make me lose my career. I wrote this because I just needed to say this and I can't talk to anyone else about it. Thanks for listening. Comment 1. Yeah. I'm not an experienced Redditor. I did know though that when I posted that I would receive negative feedback. It is like emotional cutting to read some of it. I cried a lot yesterday. I went to help him. Coincidentally, his new girlfriend is physically abusive to him and he needed to get away from her, but has no car, so I helped him by giving him a ride so he could bring his stuff to his mom's house. It was so very awkward. So many emotions. I want to help him. I want to be supportive. I don't want to give him false hope. I still wish things had worked out. I'm in a new relationship with someone who was able to meet all of my needs that my husband could not, but I keep struggling with wondering if I had just given it a few more months, would things have worked out eventually? I want to thank you, dear stranger, for making productive and helpful comments to me. I appreciate you.